So it's Mini here in the top right and Last in the top left. So both players sharing the top spot on the map.
Yeah. And these spots would be a little bit better for Mini than for Last as far as where you want to spawn here. You know, one thing that you always like to talk about, Tasteless, would be where is the Protoss going to expand to, right? That bottom right main location is very hard for Last to attack. But another thing that I always like to bring up on Fighting Spirit is you can actually, because the third base of Mini, of Last rather, which is at 12 o'clock, is so close to Mini, it's pretty easy to get your rallies up there, if you have a shuttle, to get that up there immediately, and just delay the taking of the third base. That's there's only a couple things about Fighting Spirit that's hard for Terran. It's the initial acquiring of the third base if Protoss wants to challenge that, and then securing a fourth base. Those are kind of the two tough parts. Everything other than that kind of plays itself out a little bit. Yeah.
So Gateway coming down here. No Nexus first this time around here for Mini. Note that Mini is not scouted yet. A lot of times in the modern form of StarCraft 2, because I know we have a lot of people that played StarCraft like a decade ago or even longer ago and are used to different patterns and openings. The modern way to play Protoss a lot of times is to scout a little bit later. Having that extra probe brings in a lot more. It makes a pretty big difference.
It does indeed. It is funny you say that because, if people scout a lot later, you can actually tell something. If you're cheesing or something, you might send out your probe more early.
Sure,
but,
But
definitely
in
we've
general,
seen a trend in the other direction.
If you get somebody from the very, very, very first years of Brood War, they'll scout with one of their earliest workers.
Yeah.
You get somebody a little bit later.
9 scout, something
they might scout after their gateway. You get somebody really modern, they're scouting after their core or something like that.
Some people scout with a Zealot or a Dragoon at this point.
Yeah.
Just trying to get that next most ASAPly.
Yeah.
So scouted first here by Last. I was going to see it looks like a very regular, normal build. Of course, Last over on the other side, I really like that he is skipping going for any gasless expands. That's something he's really well known for. You watch his stream, he does it a lot against Protoss, but it's something that Protoss players seem to be getting better against recently.
Yeah. A lot of Protosses have these cool builds where they get like the 1 Zealot, they get about 2 Dragoons, sometimes a second Gateway as they get the Nexus, and they sort of don't die to anything, which is good because a lot of Protosses have been so strong. I'm sorry, Terrans have been so strong at just smashing through these Protosses that get exactly 3 Gateway Dragoons and try to take a Nexus. Yeah. But let's see if that's actually what's going to happen here. Again, there's no scout here from the Protoss, so... Okay.
Aha.
Wow, you know what's so funny about this Artosis?
Yeah, you know...
I feel like we've gone full circle. We're back in 1999 or 2000, where people are actually getting the Robo before Dragoon range and just going straight into Reaver.
Well, what I'm looking at here is I think that Mini really prepared for Last to do gasless expands. I know that this build here, the way that he has even placed the Robo and everything, the fact that he's getting it before Dragoon range, he's hoping to get over here. Well, he doesn't really get to scout too much, just a couple Marines, but what he's hoping for is that this is like a bunkered expand, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not the case.
It's smart, too, because if you're on a map with a ramp, you will not die to FAC either if you get a Reaver coming up here.
Oh, yeah.
You're actually okay.
Totally.
Which is really important to note. Oh, my God, he needs to stop this. Oh, he needs to stop this immediately.
That's insane. Okay. This is a pretty good scout.
Oh, why did you move that?
Oh, okay. He doesn't see the Robo. That's really important. For Mini might think there's a possibility he saw the Robo.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you have to be suspicious as Last, because normally the Nexus will be started by then.
Yes.
A good clock reading, it would be like if the Nexus isn't started by like 4:20 at the latest, then they are absolutely cheesing you, right? There is something crazy aggressive coming. Here, he got there. The thing is, the probe was on the ramp, right? So he saw the SCV coming. You might read that just as an expansion off of those goons.
Well, here's the other thing, too, is even if you know the Reaver's coming, it's not that easy to hold off if you did a build.
Oh, absolutely.
Or you went for a command center right away. So the way this works is you throw 2 Zealots into the shuttle along with the Reaver, and the Zealots can soak initial shots before the Reaver pops out. It can also be used to go into mines. It's sort of it makes the drop a little bit more robust. Now keep in mind, it's 2 Reaver shots to kill a tank unless the tank is moving away from the Scarab.
That's right.
Then it's 3.
It's a very important thing that you point out there. There's specific micro you have to do against Reaver drops.
Right. So sometimes when you see people running from the Scarab, they know that the Scarab should connect, but they're trying to eat only the splash and not the direct damage.
Now an SCV comes out, sees 3 Dragoons walking forward. Shuttle is on its way right now. Last is super well defended. He's got turrets, he's got siege tanks. I've seen 3 turrets already that are in great positions.
It's funny because he didn't see the Robo, but it looked like it couldn't have been anything else, right? He didn't see the blur of DTs.
Well, the way that the SCV is
Guys, this is dope. So he says, okay, well, what about the fact that you can't protect your bunker?
Yeah, it's tough because you can't just siege on the high ground because then the shuttle will come in and wreck you. So this was a very good bust by Mini. He took way too much damage on that shuttle right then. But it's not like SCVs are getting killed here.
Okay, so he wants to have the tanks initially fire at those Zealots, as we saw here. They're being used to try to draw shots.
Ooh, great micro coming out of Last right now. He kept just out of range of that Reaver. There's like a little bit of play, right? Because siege mode is longer range than a Reaver.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Even the Observer didn't see that turret until the last second. Okay, so he's going to lose that Reaver. Can he actually get the tank, though?
Yeah, he'll get 1 tank. Oh, my God, it got on the high ground.
Welcome to the world of Dragoons without range, Artosis.
Yeah.
So, I actually thought, I guess in this build he doesn't get a second Reaver. That's really interesting.
Well, he has to eventually get that Nexus, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just never get it. I don't
think
you can
you're
rely
totally
on a kill.
right. You're totally right. I was wondering, though, if after this, do you get another Reaver and shuttle speed? You want to just keep flying in there and poking with that Reaver?
I think that you get another Reaver. I think you're going to need it. You know, there's a lot of siege tanks out there. You don't have a lot of Dragoons.
You know, Artosis, there weren't a lot of SCVs really killed back there.
No.
I don't feel like this really hurt the economy that much of Last.
Oh, no, Last was totally fine with what happened there, I would say. He knows that Mini's Nexus is incredibly late.
This is the shuttle filling in for the role of the Observer. This is a non-detecting Observer right now. Saying, guys, go back.
He's got that single Reaver out right now.
Now the problem is
for a shot.
Tanks can keep leapfrogging.
Yeah.
See this? He's going to have to pick up. Oh, wow. Eating 1 shot there.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. That's 1 shot away from being killed.
Yeah, he is having a very hard time right now. Mini pulling back. Last push looking fantastic. Mini has so few units.
Look at this starport hidden down here. He doesn't want this to be scouted. He says, go ahead, keep committing. 2 shuttles. Terran leapfrogs further forward. Now, there's a second Reaver out. Note, this is a turretless, at least for now, a turretless push.
Yeah, he does have a couple Marines. He is building a turret right there, as we see. But
the problem is, when Terran gets to here, it's so hard for Protoss to hold this off.
Yeah, he's going to lose the Nexus, it looks like.
And the thing is, you can't get out of your base now. So this shuttle has to do a lot of damage. Now, the hidden starport is not going to give easy access to fighting the shuttle right away since it's all the way in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's actually a speed shuttle now.
Oh my God, great shots there. One connecting with a lot of SCVs.
Oh, he's going to be so careful about these turrets, though. Might even target the turrets down after killing a few more SCVs here.
I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to start gunning down turrets to give himself access to move forward.
You can see more turrets being thrown up frantically here. A few units coming back as well. He'll go ahead and finish off this Nexus. I think after he finishes the Nexus, he has to bring his units home, and thus he can kill this Reaver.
Okay, so he actually has these Dragoons that were out on the map. He's going to use these to try to loop around and force Terran onto... Okay, dude, Mini is so smart the way he's handled this.
It's really fantastic. He's keeping himself in this game, in this series somehow.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. These Scarab shots are annihilating everything over here. He could actually do this, Artosis. The tanks are having to turn around.
This is a bloodbath right now. So many SCVs being picked off. The Reaver continues to push itself in. Remaining SCVs trying to run away a little bit. The siege tanks from Last have turned around as well.
The tanks
when
are coming back.
When he sees this, he can retake his Nexus also. Maybe get this game normal even.
Okay, the shuttle has been picked off. So these Scarabs, or Reavers rather, are in a bit of a vulnerable position here.
Yeah, this is where you kite him backwards. You take shots, you run away. He needs to get as much damage as he possibly can.
He might actually have a second shuttle and Reaver.
Oh, you're right. That's so smart.
Okay, this is going to be another tank down here. He should probably start targeting those
save that one,
depots in the back.
He's going to save that one Reaver. Look at this.
Look at this.
Oh my god, he actually comes in and drops off some Zealots, and another Reaver!
Beautifully done. Another tank goes down. He can pick up this Reaver over here. One shot.
Oh! The one leftover Reaver that's been in this base all day.
Oh my god, and
the
the Scarab. The Scarab is actually fished towards. Oh my god!
12 kills on this Reaver.
And he could just pop right back down over here. I think the tank might just barely be out of range.
Oh, well, you
I
just
got a better
right next to it, no problem. Ooh, just barely.
Well, here's the thing, the
right
SCVs they're so saturated over here.
Yeah, they are. He just needs to kill this siege tank.
Okay, see that micro away from the Scarab? Yeah. One less shot to kill that. I can't believe we didn't have a Wraith come up over here. The whole time I thought we were going to have a Wraith come in and start shooting this down.
Funny, he's like making a dropship, getting ready to drop a one-base Protoss, as if that's a regular play.
Well, here's the thing. Protoss is now unleashed. Mini has had some of the craftiest one-base play I've seen.
Look at the supply right now, 46 to 81. Yeah, you have an additional command center, but there are actually more probes than SCVs right now, and a way bigger army for Mini. You have to get into an incredibly defensive position here as last.
And here's the problem. There were so many tanks that were picked off back there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think straight up the Protoss comes here and smashes this. Even though there's vultures headed towards the main to take out workers, I think Muscle goes straight to Mini here.
Look at this. He's actually evacuating, but he did not pull back his command center yet. Will he actually be able to pick it off? It's already on fire. Oh, my God. He could kill that command center if he dives on it.
Yeah, he absolutely could. The Observer is going to show exactly what's up here.
Oh, the Observer actually gets picked off. The shuttle is going up as well. A Vulture drop in the main base. This is going down to the end right now. That command
we don't
center.
have any Dragoons out here. There's so many probes that it's going to be a little while before even all those Vultures can kill him. Oh!
Ooh, takes a lot of damage on that shuttle. It does fly out. Command center stays alive. The Vultures have gotten a huge amount of kills as well.
Oh, how annoying. It's Zealots that popped out, not Dragoons.
Oh, my God. It's going to take a while to kill those.
That was the worst unit to have at that moment.
Can they even get back there behind the minerals? Is there even a hole? Yeah, there is. Okay. Yeah, the pylon's down the bottom.
You know what, Artosis? This game could go on for a long time, too. We might just end up in a standard game.
They both have done so much damage to each other so many times now.
So is Blast totally sealed up here as far as turrets go?
Yeah, pretty much, I think. The drop harassment isn't going to do anything anymore, I don't believe. And he's got enough siege tanks that as long as he slowly retakes his natural, I don't think Mini gets to do anything. So look, Mini's taking his third. I think Mini has also looked at this and said, okay, this game is going longer now. We might actually get into a regular macro game.
It looked like a game where it could have ended on either side so many different times.
Well, I thought for sure.
Oh my God! Okay, here we go. One of these more advanced Bulldog drops.
Oh my God, that mine was huge right there, and it looks like the shuttles are going to get picked off. All of them. The one Reaver remains.
He did it. He got that tank.
Yeah.
That means there's nothing to defend here, which means so many of these workers are going to go down.
Yeah, he's trying to get that command center. If he gets it, that is obviously huge. The siege tank here on the high ground, killing off a Dragoon, forcing quite a few back, but so many SCVs getting killed.
It's crazy because it might not look as cost efficient, right? The two shuttles die, a Reaver's taken out, but honestly, man, he's not mining from anywhere.
Yeah, he's just got his main right now.
Yeah.
It is getting low. He's killed a bunch of SCVs once again, and Mini's gonna get on 3 bases. Look at these supplies. We're 14 minutes in. It's 57 supply against 63.
Yeah.
What?
We have games
is
where
this
both
a
sides
14-minute
max out.
ZVZ?
Okay, I think the CC is finally going to land. It's funny because so many SCVs were killed off because of Reaver drops. The Terran has a decent amount of minerals in his main.
I want to go back to what you just said. If this was a regular Fighting Spirit TVP, right now they would both be maxed with huge upgrades.
We would see Arbiters flying into the Terran's main.
There would literally be a recall going off, and Last would be killing 2 expansions right now. That's a normal Fighting Spirit game at 14 minutes TVP.
Kind of crazy. Here comes a drop. Looks like Terran's, or Protoss rather, has already got some units in position. Got to be careful. Does not want to lose that drop ship.
Yeah, he's just targeting down probes. He's going to lose all these vultures. Could take it or leave it, that one.
Yeah, that doesn't really change anything this game.
Mini's sealed up tight. Oh, look at this. He didn't even have his barracks. He can't add anything else.
Oh, my God, that's right, in that initial attack.
I think this means it's just time to get that 3rd command center going.
Well, here's the thing as well, Artosis. Oh, hold on. You got to know when this dropship's out that you can't just cover that ramp.
Yeah, that's
Of course,
true.
that's easier said than done, like everything in Brood War.
Yeah. Don't I know it. Okay, so this drop was actually really quite nice. You got a good amount of probes there. Continues to damage
Oh my god,
Mini.
I love it. Another drop. Here we go. More shots here on these SCVs. It's a dud.
Yeah.
These guys are both so fierce. I mean, it's just it's punch after punch after punch. And look at that. What's that building called? A Citadel? Yeah, I've heard in really advanced games, Artosis, they finally get one of those.
Yeah. Oh my
Just like
gosh.
top-tier Terrans will remake that barracks after it's destroyed again. Why? Well, to get more factories.
Yeah, he's going to need that as well.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So science facility already up. I think that is very nice. He can get his upgrades flowing a little bit better. No scanners as of yet. It's such a bizarre game. Normally, you'll just have so many scans, right? You'll just be checking up on Protoss tech. You'll be like, okay, are you going for Arbiter? Are you going for, carriers at this point? Maybe there's a base that you can't get a Vulture to that you need to scan. But no, he's playing not completely dark, of course, because he has a dropship flying around and some Vultures. But
right.
We are just in such a weird position here.
Here's what's kind of crazy about this. Someone probably just joined the stream. And it's like, oh, PVT, yeah, it looks pretty normal. And then they look at the clock. What?
Yeah. Like, that's since the broadcast started, right? No.
What's so funny, too, is now we're seeing them try to tech back into normality, right?
Yeah.
Protoss could not afford a Citadel the whole time because there were so many Reavers being made. How on earth would you ever have the gas to get that?
Yeah. It's so weird. 2 Reavers out on the map right now. It looks like he does want to slow this third. This is that move I was talking about, where taking the third base can be a little bit difficult. You have to leapfrog a little bit. There's not a lot of area to build turrets over here, but you can build them. You can slowly but surely push up. But you're going to be slow about it. You're not going to be able to take the third as quickly as you wanted to. Like, I believe that's the command center already flying over. Oh, that's a big pick.
Busted.
But yeah, I think this is the command center already flying over.
Well,
and he can just, it could have already landed, like, right about now.
Yeah. Oh,
and
look at
have
this.
SCVs mining.
He's going to try to do another double shuttle bust.
Oh,
or he might even try to fly in the main or something weird, too.
He's going to make last really fight here.
Yeah, here he goes. Okay, there's actually enough mines here.
Yeah. The second turret and all? Well, he's taking a lot of damage on those shuttles.
Somehow neither of those shuttles die, Artosis. You figure that out. Well, this is pretty crazy because he could try to gun down the armory. And, taking out the armory is nothing to sneeze at. You get rid of that armory, Terran is so behind the entire time.
Indeed. That was a pretty failed drop there by Mini. So a bit unfortunate for him, but Last going to feel a lot better coming up to this high ground. He's got to be careful. There's a huge amount of Protoss supply here. Oh, if that flies too far, you can lose that command center if you're sloppy here at all.
Now, it's a lot harder to push up a ramp onto the high ground than you would think.
Yeah.
Whether you're Protoss or Terran, it doesn't really matter who. It's also very difficult to run down the ramp. So he's going to just try to... He's almost trying to make him unsiege for a second here.
Yeah, and he did make him unsiege. Here we go. Mini running forward. He even has those Zealot legs going in. And
this is never
that's a
gonna
lot
work.
of siege tanks.
Yeah. It's really interesting because you have, at a game like this, neither player 100% sure as to where their opponent is supply-wise or tech-wise. If it was a normal PvT, I think we were obviously like 10 minutes from now, not even more than that, like 15 minutes from now. He would have been able to maybe push him back, but he doesn't really realize, okay, how many tanks does this guy actually have?
Yeah.
He's never going to be able to deny that for the Terran.
That move that Mini was trying, first off, it did deny the command center for quite some time.
Sure.
But it normally happens like 9 or 10 minutes before right now, right? So it was a weird situation, but Last took it reasonably quickly. Has a pretty big army right now. Well, this is really looking like Last can get himself into a nice position here. Mini's starting to grow quite nicely, but the upgrades for Last should be looking good. Like, he should be getting up to +2 attack. I think the second armory was a little bit late, so maybe not the armor, but +2 attack definitely a more valuable one.
It's very vital for Mini's survival that he... Oh, hold on a second. We're going to have a big push. I was going to say Mini needs to get this base at the bottom right, but I think after that failed attack there by Mini, Last says, wait a minute, you only have gateways in one location. How about I cut this off and then start dismembering you on other parts of the map?
Trying to push in right now. Some High Templars out. Zero Scarab Reaver. The least scary thing in the game. There we go. Some Zealot bombs onto the siege tanks. Reaver comes out.
Oh, shoots that down as well.
There is a group of Dragoons down to the south here. Mini has to hold on. He has made some magic this game to even still be alive at this point after the opening.
Again, speed Zealots, a shuttle, and Dragoons. Sometimes if they get the right angles, they can win the fight.
Here we go, dropping in on top of these siege tanks. Not a lot of vultures up here, so maybe he has a little bit of a shot. Dragoons spread nicely. Siege tanks, of course, carrying them pretty hard, though.
He's so good. And that was all the tanks that Last had. I mean, it's going to be a kind of an uphill battle. Look at this. He's so good with this one, Reaver.
God.
I wonder if there's an opening to drop over at that third base now. There's certainly enough Dragoons to push, right?
Well, I think both of them just equalize their armies, basically, right? How many gateways do we have? How many factories do we have? It looks like 6 gates right now, which is so low for this point in the game. And how many factories is that? It looks like maybe 5? I believe he has 5 or 6 factories, so it's such a weird position.
You know, the army count was dropped so low. I wonder if Vulture Harass might be good. Are there cannons at the third base for Protoss?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
I actually am not sure.
Sometimes it's hard to build a cannon in such a weird game like this one.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Because there's been so many dropships and Vultures, maybe he does have one.
He doesn't have a starport, does he?
Yeah. Oh, a Stargate, you mean?
Stargate, excuse
no,
me. Yeah,
I don't think
Stargate.
he has. I don't think he has a Stargate.
I've been doing this a lot lately, swapping Stargate and Starport.
No. Oh, look at that, 2 cannons. No problem, Faces.
So Lass is still trying to litter the mine with the maps with mines to try to just cut down on circulation. Sometimes it's better to win the game with Vulture Harass than instead of actually trying to just push with all your tanks. I mean, this is a cannon, sure, that can kill Vultures, but not this many.
Yeah.
All the probes are going to be long gone before these Vultures will be taken care of.
Indeed, they will be. Even a few Vultures left over, perhaps. Really great move there. Hurting that economy badly. A bunch of probes do get sent back down there, though.
Look at the supplier Tosis. So 100 to 106.
Yeah. That is generally going to favor Terran a little bit. Like, you can be very mobile and crafty with those Protoss units, but if we're pretty close in supply and it's getting to be like 120 or so, I feel like that is a big advantage for Terran.
So, Mini has shifted several probes down there, but the next attack is going to come here. Now, again, with the limited number of Dragoons that Mini has, he has to choose where he's going to try to defend. And so, oh my god, he's so good. He's even unsieging that one tank.
Yeah.
Just one more shot
Indeed.
to get that cannon Artosis. Look at this, he comes out.
Yeah, it looks like he'll get out of here for now. By the way, really cool to see he has +3 attack.
That's right.
Right? And he actually has no armor because the game has been so hectic and his economy's been so hurt. So just really kind of getting the more important of the 2 upgrades. Obviously, you want both, but in a game like this, you've got to start skimping on things. Hell, I don't know if he even has comm stats yet.
So crazy, man.
Oh, he does have comm stats.
So, still crazy, Artosis. Everything you said was still right, Artosis. Okay, so he's going to do one of these.
It's true. I did not know if he had comm stats, so that was true. Yeah.
So we're seeing one of these pushes where the tanks and the Vultures comboed with a dropship try to sneak in and get locations that otherwise, if you were to push through by ground alone, you'd never be able to pull it off.
It's just suiciding onto these probes right now. Siege tanks helping to eliminate quite a bit. Oh my gosh, the economy of Mini just getting pummeled over and over and over.
So Dragoons are coming down out to the bottom right to try to meet up with the rest of this. Keep in mind, guys, in a game like this, Last can basically sit on 3 bases. This is much more of a problem for the Protoss to try to cover everything.
You say 3 bases. His main and natural are almost both mined out.
Oh, I meant places where they're command centers. That's what I call bases, Artosis. Okay, don't be confused with me here.
Okay.
But he can just sit there and be in this triangle shape on the map. The burden right now is on Protoss to try to make sure he doesn't take any more beatings. Of course, Terran can't overextend and waste any units. And Mini is getting to that size where, honestly, guys, it's pretty scary. You might be saying, what about the carriers? What about the arbiters? Look, this game has been so scrappy. It's been so tight.
Yeah.
If he had gone for carriers or arbiters back when all that fighting was going on, he probably would have died before he got to use them.
And Mini looked dead so many times this game. He's had to be so crafty to even get to this position. Maybe he can get into arbiters in a little bit, but Last is just playing so well right now, right? He's got everything defended well. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is Not a good move.
Oh my god, so much damage to Mini's army there. Losing both shuttles, a bunch of zealots into mines, and last is securing his 4th base, which like I was talking about, right? There's 2 points that are hard about this map for Terran. Taking the 3rd, we saw him delayed a little bit there. Taking the 4th and securing it. And he's got mines, he's got turrets, he's got the command center over there. Last is looking really strong and in control of the game.
I think Last may be able to close this Artosis.
Yeah, it really looks like it.
Even though Mini has done his job, he's gotten all this bases on the right side of the map. I think with the upgrades that Last has, the damage output is pretty crazy. Tanks, of course, get to fire before the Dragoons do fire. I think he might be able to melt this, unless Mini has perfect storms. But I think even then it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, he needs to get his High Templars out on the map and hit those storms that you're talking about. Because this army, Dragoons and Zealots, are not going to do it. Oh, the fact that he made an Archon makes me think he might not even have Spy Storm.
Yeah.
Ooh, Archons are like a weird late-game unit against Terran when your economy is kind of used up mineral-wise. Well,
okay, good defensive matrix on the 2 tanks in the front. The storms do go down.
Yeah, those are some very good storms for sure. Definitely quite a few siege tanks still in the back here.
I think he actually just did it. That's so insane.
Yeah, maybe he clears this set of tanks, but Last still has a lot out on the map.
Yeah, he's won that fight. It's now down to just 4 Dragoons, an Archon, and a Templar, but let's see how the next attack goes. But, with all these new Nexi set up on the right side of the map, the income is pretty insane.
Yeah, he's starting to get there, right? But Last continues to push. He's got these fantastic upgrades. There's I think most of the Psy Storm's basically gone here for Mini. So he's just rounding out gateway units, and I don't know if that's going to be enough.
One thing that should be noted is when you see a big fight, PvT, and the Storms go down, even if Protoss can remax or remake as many Dragoons, Templars, Zealots, whatever you want, the Templars will not have Storm immediately in a game like this. And so they're going to rely on Storm. You got to make it work so well that the next army can take out anything that they've got. So he's going to try to go around.
Not sure what he can do here because there's so many mines out on the map. These little groups of units just get massacred by spider mines.
Yeah. And so, I mean, from here, maybe Terran tries to push into the bottom right main. It's tough to say.
Yeah, it looks like he will do that. That's such an important oh my god,
GG.
that's it.
That's it. Just taps out. Look, that was a great series. And by the way, even though Last was incredible and amazing, Mini really showing how to play a scrappy game.
Oh, yeah.
And there were so many moments that Mini could have won that. The first, 15 minutes of that game was so important to show how technical a PvT early on could be.
Oh, yeah. Like, they both made a lot of really tough decisions and really powerful moves against each other. I'm so surprised that Mini was able to even stay in the game. Like that, just the Reaver drop, the initial Reaver drop that he hit when he was losing his Nexus and he had to pull up his ramp, he made magic happen. There were turrets, siege tanks, everything for Last. But Mini finding his way in, getting that damage, making it a real battle. What a game. That might be the best game we've had so far in KSL.
Well, that goes to show you just sort of how Brood War can operate on such an insane level, especially a top-tier play, where those guys are both on one base like for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just barely getting out. So we have the first half of the day done, but guess what? So much more. In fact, our next matchup might be even longer.
Yeah, very good chance of that.
We are going to be going to an interview in a moment here and see how Last is feeling. Certainly he's going to be happy about that. Mini, again, he could have won Game 4. We could have gone to Game 5. But he had some very, very good handling. Up next is going to be a TVT.
Yeah, Sharp first C. That's going to be awesome as well. But right now, the man of this hour is Last, and finally a good result for him in one of these Star Leagues.
That's right. By the way, I think Mini not trying to attack up the ramp there at the end. That game could have gone on for a little bit longer. Of course, Terran had the upgrades. Protoss did not have the tech, so maybe Last would have won anyways. But
yeah, maybe.
You can go back and play that game 1,000 different ways and get 1,000 different.
And you will. You'll never get that game again.
Yeah. All right, interview time.
Hello guys, this is Andy bringing you the translations today as we have an interview with Last. A lot of fans here cheering for you. You know, in the first set you lost, but you ended up winning the game 3-1. How do you feel? You know, playing in the round of 16. You know, I felt like I was in hell. You know, there were a lot of shocks coming into this round of 16. And in the losers bracket, I ended up winning. But in terms of performance, I wasn't really satisfied. And you know, just to compensate for my poor performance, I practiced hard and I put a lot of effort. And I'm glad that my effort paid off. You know, in my opinion, I think the second set was definitely the critical point in this series. You know, in the Fortress, I used some new tactics there. And then everything really went as I planned. Well, you just mentioned that everything was planned. You know, today's plays, there were a lot of good plays today, like killing the mines, and showed a really excellent microcontrol ability today. I definitely feel like my performance has gotten better than the initial one. And in the round of 8, I will be playing against Protoss player, and I hope to show you a great performance. Yes, you will be playing against the Protoss player in the round of 8. You know, it's been a wild ride coming here, but I've played a lot of games against Protoss players, so I think I can be confident and have fun. You seem very confident, and I hope to see more from you. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Good job. Crazy series, guys. It's actually pretty late tonight. We're gonna have a long evening. What is it? 8:40? Excuse me. We got a TVT coming up.
That could be a long one.
This is the longest matchup out of all the matchups. StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2, and we have 2 great Terran players playing in it.
Yeah, we do. Last time, Sharp finished off C reasonably quickly, but
yes,
it was very fixable mistakes from C, I think, right? It was stuff like he was trying to skimp on early units a little bit to get some sneaky tech and things like that. So I'm looking forward to actually a longer series and maybe missing the train home tonight.
I can't wait. We will we'll be here all night, possibly, Artosis. But Sharp, he's a really good, aggressive TBT player. See, he's been a phenomenal Terran player for a long time, but he's become more of a live streamer lately, so it's going to be fun to see how he plays this time around. We're going to go to a break. We come back, our next best of 5, so stick around here at the KSL.